Hey there guys, how are you today, and welcome to a new series on my channel. So I want to start a series where in the week before each Grand Prix I talk about my top 5 Grand Prix from the track we're about to go to. So this week it's my top 5 Singapore Grand Prix. So I guess we should go straight into it. So number 5, the 2014 Singapore Grand Prix. Championship leader Nico Rosberg was hit by some electrical issues pretty much from the very start of the formation lap, which eventually led to him retiring from the Grand Prix and losing his lead in the championship. Of course, 2014 World Championship was very close between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. This should have left it very easy for Lewis Hamilton to win the Grand Prix, but a mid-race safety car meant that the gap he had grown during the race, he lost it because of the safety car, and he had to build it up again before pitting. He did get away from Vettel quite a bit in Vettel's Red Bull, but he came out behind Vettel and then had to overtake him towards the end of the race. Yes, okay, it wasn't really ever in doubt because we knew the Mercedes was so much faster than the Red Bull at that point. But it made some excitement, and yeah, Hamilton took the lead in the 2014 World Championship at that point, and well, yeah, we know he didn't really ever look back. Number 4, the 2012 Singapore Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel won this Grand Prix in his Red Bull, following Lewis Hamilton's gearbox failure, which some say led to him going to Mercedes for the next season, and since then, of course, we know that worked out brilliantly. Button finished his Grand Prix in second, and Alonso in the Ferrari finished third. This race was completely full of action. Felipe Massa in the other Ferrari started from the back of the grid and had lots of battles with midfield drivers such as Bruno Senna, and Massa finished that race 8th. The other interesting thing in this Grand Prix was that after the race, this is quite good, Vettel was investigated after the race for slowing up too much under the safety car, which led to Jenson Button nearly crashing into him at the start of the safety car. Now I wonder, does that remind you of anything? Baku 2017, remind you of anything, Mr. Vettel? Yeah, sure. Number 3, 2010. Of course, the 2010 season has to be one of the all-time best seasons ever, and this was the 10th race with 5 drivers. Of course, Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton and Button, all in the running for the World Drivers' Championship. At this weekend, Ferrari and Red Bull dominated while McLaren were a bit off the pace. Alonso won this race, despite being in a slightly slower car, following a close battle with Sebastian Vettel. After one of the safety cars, Hamilton did try to make a move on Mark Webber, but in the end they crashed and Lewis Hamilton was out of the race, a big hit to his World Championship chances that season. And yes, it wasn't necessarily the most exciting race in terms of overtakes, but it was a very tense race, and you know, that was a very tense season. I wish we had that every year, to be honest. Number 2, 2016. Rosberg dominated this race essentially with his teammate Lewis Hamilton for some reason off the pace, but a series of pit stops led to a very close battle with Daniel Ricciardo, with Ricciardo pretty much in hot pursuit in the last, I don't know, 20 laps or something on the fastest tyres, and maybe one more lap in that race and the result may have been different. It was a very exciting race. Hamilton was third but off the pace that weekend, which also created some excitement, a good battle with Kimi Raikkonen, some wheel-to-wheel racing there, and you know, lots of questions why he was off the pace. And also in other news in that race, as I said in my preview video for this year's Singapore Grand Prix, which I hope you will watch, Nico Hülkenberg did not reach turn 1 at the 2016 Grand Prix after a crash with Charles Russell's. So yeah, an exciting race, but not exciting as number 1. Number 1, the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix. Of course, this is the first ever Singapore Grand Prix, the first ever night race on the F1 calendar, and I would say this has to be one of the most controversial races ever. Fernando Alonso won in a fairly uncompetitive Renault car. Despite starting in the mid-pack, he won because his teammate Nelson Piquet Jr. crashed on purpose to make a safety car, which helped Alonso win because he just made a pit stop. Massa started on pole, but an issue with the fuel rig where essentially fuel pump wasn't pulled out before he left his pit box, led to him basically finishing at the back of the grid. But yes, of course, the Singapore Grand Prix is going to be remembered for a so-called crash gate. Pretty exciting. And yeah, 2008 Singapore Grand Prix has to be one of the most exciting races in Formula 1. So yes, I've given you my top 5. What would be your top 5 Singapore Grand Prix? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this and other types of videos, please subscribe to my channel. If you have anything to say in the comments, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, go and check out the video that should be on screen right now, and come and follow me on Twitter, BigGaming342, and Facebook, BigGaming342, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.